Hey, welcome to the Games Tavern and Whiskey Magic and Destruction. However you're watching us today, if it's on YouTube, Twitch, just make sure you hit that subscribe and follow button. Helps the cast out and helps other people find our show. So it's good to see all of you today. Um, where we last left off, what do you guys remember?
Well, don't ask me.
Well,
My
I
memory's
had a
clearly
lovely
shaky.
night at home, taking a really needed bath and sleeping in as late as I wanted after our travels.
You did indeed.
Yes, I
You
did.
had fuzzy slippers on and everything, I'm sure, right?
Mm-hmm. Of
Okay.
So we did a lot of really bad things and a few good things. I don't remember any of the
Please.
bad things because why would I?
Of course.
But the good things were that we settled Submarine's debt with Rook, and Luciano had a banger of a concert, and got an invitation to Bard's College.
Bard's College and a tour with the all half elf boy band. What was the name of it? What was the name of that other
I
band?
have
I
no
had a
idea.
name for it
Something very
here.
clever and witty.
It was something
critical
ridiculous.
rolling something.
No, not at all. It was some ridiculous name. Um,
Super important to the plot is what it
yeah,
is.
well, it was because I got to bring them back at some point. I'll figure it out later, but they're gone now. They've already moved on to their next tour site. Um, And then there was a sad goodbye as our good friend um, has had to step away. Luciano decided to chase his dream of Bard College. And before that, he wanted to chase his potential companion who had written him a letter in Daggerford, ignoring another letter from his family. Um, Actually, several of you got letters. And then it was a big damn drunken hero ending as Luciano rocked the house. And you guys probably stumbled back up to your room, half blitzed, but happy. No, you stayed there all night.
Mhm. We paid them to stay open. We drank the night away and the morning away, and so be it.
Okay. So the next morning, can I get some quiet inner study music of some sort or background ambiance? The next day, Anna wakes up, or excuse me, Turja wakes up. Turja, it is a late morning. You slept in for the first time in a long time. It's felt pretty good. Fuzzy slippers right by your bed. A nice warming fire continues to burn magically in the mantle or in the fireplace, warming the room to just the perfect temperature. It's not a roaring fire, it's the perfect fire. The flames happen to be green, just the nature of how things work, but it's nice. What do you do for your morning ritual?
Well, I get dressed and go to find some Azteca bean juice.
Okay, so you get up, you get dressed, full clothing, everything.
Yes, yes, full ensemble.
Armor?
Uh, yeah, we don't know what's happening today.
Okay. She's ready to create hell. She armors up, steps out into the hallway. It's quiet, but you can smell the smell of wafting bean juice, fresh brewed, uh, down the hall. You walk down the hall, down the stairs, and into the main foyer, where from the main conference room, you see the doors open, and there is a coffee set, a tea set, and some crumpets set out for breakfast.
I fixed myself a plate. Is anyone here?
It's just you.
Um, they're
There is
like,
an empty cup, an empty plate, some crumbs on the plate at the head of the head of the chair, head of the table at the chair nearest the door.
well, I take my plate and sit down next to that empty place.
Okay. You sit quietly. Make a perception check.
22.
As you calmly sip your... What are you drinking? The bean juice?
Yes.
The bean juice. I know in real life you're a tea person, so this is kind of entertaining.
That's the point.
So as you're sipping your bean juice, your eyes wander the room, and you see copies of various different books. You see scrolls rolled up on the shelves with maps. You see antiquities and all sorts of other interesting things lining the shelves, and paintings on the walls. You take them all in slowly, one at a time. Then your eyes linger again on a painting. Now, you've seen this painting in this room before, but something unsettling about it has suddenly struck you. It's a picture of your benefactor, your patron, your boss for all intents and purposes, standing there with a beautiful woman who, now that you've had time to really look at it, looks remarkably like your sister. Just below the painting, as you look around, is a credenza, or not a credenza, a roll-top desk. The roll-top is shut and locked. There's a couple of other portraits on the top of it. One is of Gherkin. Another is of a small townhouse, probably somewhere else, and a couple silver cups here and there.
Is anyone in the room with me? Do I hear anyone coming?
No.
I go up to the painting and I investigate the desk beneath it.
The desk is locked, and is locked with a superior lock, you can tell right away.
Well, picking it is probably not prudent at this juncture, so I pretend I haven't seen anything.
Okay. Okay. What time do you think that Rafe and excuse me, Simmarine are going to get up this morning?
Oh, I have no idea.
Not you. I'm asking them, actually. Sorry.
Sorry.
They didn't even leave the party until after 6 in the morning. So like after sunrise.
Yeah, and you've been drinking.
Yeah. So not today.
So tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, no one's hearing this because you're in an awesome extra dimensional space, cool room. So a few moments later, Turja, while you're standing there, you hear the door start to move that enters the room. And Gherkin's like, oh, I see you've found breakfast okay. It's just coming to check, see if any servicing needed to be done. Are you okay?
Oh, yes. No, I was just wondering when the others were going to wake up. I have no idea what they did last night.
Master Luciano left first thing this morning. He came in. He looked like, he smelled like a distillery. But he grabbed his bags and he left.
He did tell us about the Bard College thing. I guess he didn't want to pass up the opportunity. What about Rafe and Simmarine? Do you know where they are?
Sleeping, I'd wager.
I don't want to leave without talking to them first, so I suppose I'll find a book or something to pass the time.
Okay, well, is there any book you're looking for?
Any recommendations? I haven't purchased anything in a while.
I personally read the cookbooks mostly. Between that and the stuff on various inks and pages.
Oh, do you have any lead-based ink?
I'm sorry?
Lead-based ink.
You want some lead-based ink?
Yes.
I'm sure I can get you some.
I'd be grateful.
I'll have some brought right up. Anything
fair.
else?
No, that's it. Thank you.
All right. Terry will be along in a few hours. He'll check everything. Yes.
When will Ben be around?
Ooh. I don't rightly know. He didn't come home last night. But he didn't send any warnings or anything, so who knows where he's at? Probably making the lady swoon or some other ridiculousness.
I see.
Yes.
Right. Well, thank you.
Absolutely. Best of luck in the library. And he steps out. Is there a particular type of book you're looking for?
Maybe something on magic.
Ooh. There are a couple things in there, but it's mostly on illusionary magic, and functional uses and entertainment for them. Couple treatises on locks and mechanisms and pulleys.
I'll take one of the
ropes.
treatises on locks.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You sit down in the study, same room with the Baztique and bean juice and the crumpets, and you sit down and you begin to read. 6 hours later. Can I get some fast forward music? A little evening sound. It is early evening. How do you two wake up?
Done my best to let the poor man sleep. 6 hours, I feel like, is plenty of normal time, though, right? And that's what the... Rafe, it's time to get up. We got stuff to do. Rafe, are you awake?
I wasn't.
But you are now, so that means we can get up. At least I'm gonna get up. You should get up, too.
Okay. Let's try.
You got this. I believe in you. Okay. And humble out of bed.
It's literally the whole fall out of bed because you're still drunk thing.
Okay.
Gathering stuff.
You guys
ready.
both have headaches.
Can I Constitution check to see if it actually brings me down any?
By all means.
Okay. That's always fun.
And because you do, Rafe has to now too.
Sorry.
Oh no.
All right, we're feeling it. It's fine.
You wanted a
we'll see, because yours was a DC 5. For Rafe, it's a DC 10 because he tried to match you. So, and you're a drunk, and Rafe is not.
So Constitution check or save?
Save.
Oh, save would be higher, but still.
Yep, Rafe's fine. You're fine too.
Yay!
Doesn't really bring you down. You feel it, but it's not. I mean, probably a glass of water later, you'll be all right.
Cotton mouth, a little bit of food. Perfect.
Yeah.
Just grabbing by the hand. Okay, let's go. We gotta go get the stuff. We gotta talk to people. We gotta see what Terj is up to. There's so much to do, so little time. Run downstairs.
Terj has already had a wonderful lunch of sandwiches and cool beverages and more Maztique and bean juice.
All the delights of civilization that we've been deprived of.
And it was made by someone else, which makes it even tastier. And then to make this even more interesting, just as dinner is brought in, and dinner is actually something a little more extravagant. It's, platters of various different soups and meats and breads and vegetable dishes all mixed and put together. Fingerling potatoes, sweet potatoes, carrots, asparagus, onions, prepared in a variety of different ways, all put together. And just as the last plate gets put down, or the last platter gets put down, and the plates and the silverware and everything else is set up, in comes Cimmerian and Rafe.
Persia! Oh my gosh, look at all this food! And not even like grabbing a seat, probably just sitting like a little bit on the table, kind of just start picking at it.
Hello, Terja. How was your day, I guess?
It was quiet. How was your night?
Loud, but in a good way.
I didn't want to leave without you, but I wasn't sure what you were, it sounded, but from what Gherkin said you'd had a late night, I wasn't sure when you'd be awake.
I believe we made it back sometime, just after sunup. So, yes, late night.
It was a really good time, Tertia. I think you would have had fun.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, so...
Ooh. Okay, so we're eating and then we're gonna go get Garlo, right?
Just like that?
We need to speak with someone who can divine Garlo and his situation right now.
Okay.
Again, if he's in a good place, it would be very, very unkind to take him back.
Yes. Obviously in agreement. So we need to go find someone to go talk to Garlo so we can get Garlo back, right?
Yes, we need to find someone who will talk to Garlo.
Okay.
Who can talk to Garlo.
Packing this stuff up and we can just hit the road and go get this done. Sooner we get going.
Well, it's evening. We might have to wait until tomorrow.
No, I don't think so. Not all of the temples are open through the night, but all the ones that we would like to visit are.
Just then, there's a tap at the door as you see Ben, aka Ren, step in. Well, not to interrupt, I couldn't help it over here. Any temple can be open at all hours of the night if there's enough money donated.
I don't even think that's going to be an issue. I was planning to start with the Temple of the Seldarine. The priests of Sehanin Moonbow should have the doors open by now.
Oh, certainly. The Dawnfather's temple's probably closing up, but, if that senior priest hears about the jingle of coins, he's liable to open any door you want.
Is it really worth bribery just to get the temple open 12 hours earlier than we talk to them anyway? It's not like Garlo's going anywhere.
I mean, it's up to you.
I feel like I'm the only one excited to get Garlo back. Do you guys not want Garlo back?
No, I'm just not very excited about visiting the Temple of the Seldarine. But we said we would do it, and Sehanin's priests are supposed to be skilled at divination. It seems like a good answer.
Why aren't you excited about visiting the Temple of Seldarine?
Because I'm not sure how they're going to react to me.
Why would they react to you at all?
Because my father is a member of the Pantheon.
But they don't know that.
But they could know that.
They could know that.
Oh, I didn't realize.
If they can divine stuff. Oh, this could be fun.
That's a word.
Do you want to not come with us?
No, I think I definitely should.
Alright.
Especially if I'm going to be the one who has to utilize the scroll. I think I should know everything that is to be known about Garlo's situation.
So wait, does your dad not get along with other gods then?
Other way around.
Okay. Okay. Why?
What do you mean, why? Why does he get along with the Seldarine?
So, okay, so you're worried that they're gonna like you, not that they're not gonna like you?
Yes, like is a word for it. Have demands of, requests of, um, try to keep me there longer, things like that.
I'll fight them if they do. Not
Surely your father can intervene if they get too
Oh yes, that
demanding.
would go over well. Yeah, no, having him intervene to get them to release me definitely would work. No, terrible idea.
Why wouldn't they obey the dictates of their god?
Because he isn't their god, he is simply a god.
Oh, you'd think that would be good enough.
The Pantheon is an alliance. It's not a monolithic front. There is no them as a group per se, other than in the situations where it is called for.
If you say so. Religion was never my forte anyway.
Well, I would not claim to be an expert on the Seldarine. As a half-elf, generally speaking, you do not worship the Seldarine, but I have been studying.
Okay,
While
so
you're
we'll.
just, I mean, divination aside, you're bringing back a friend from the dead. No small task. I'm completely behind this, by the way, 100%. Did you happen to acquire the items needed for this?
Yes.
And those would be?
Diamond of value no less than, what is it, 2,000 gold, something like that, and a scroll of true resurrection.
Well, that's the things. Let's see here. He flips open a book, checks through a couple things. It's diamonds worth at least 25,000 gold pieces in total, actually. Is that what you have?
Out of character, I have no idea because I haven't looked, and also I don't think Rafe would necessarily know the value of a gem at a glance.
Off the
That is
top
a-
of my head, I don't recall us getting any such gem.
Not a single. It doesn't have to be a single. It just has to be 25,000
Oh.
of diamonds.
It looks like we have some diamonds, but not
Yeah.
25,000 gold worth of diamonds.
So we need to
Well-
steal some diamonds.
Ooh, that sounds like an entertainment thing.
We would need to steal quite a few diamonds if we need 25,000 gold worth. We have a few hundred, not a few thousand.
I mean, I have a lot of gold. I can get us most of the way there.
Well, I have about 10,000 diamonds just sitting aside that I can loan out.
You have
Well,
10,000
loan is relative.
diamonds?
10,000 gold pieces of diamonds.
Ah, that makes more sense.
And I'll contribute that. Easy to decide. I have a feeling, based on some things I've seen already, that, well, it'd be good to do this.
Good.
Besides,
So-
he died in the work of the good cause, right?
That's
Sure.
true. It was a good cause, right? You never really told us what you wanted that TikTok for.
Yep, certainly didn't. Now, moving forward, I have 10,000 in diamonds. You can acquire more diamonds legitimately from the various different artisans of the Jewelers Guild, or illegitimately from the various different dealers of the Jewelers Guild. It just depends on which ones you're picking. Now,
Oh, no, I have a better idea.
Hmm.
Terja, you said that your your siblings had some beef with some of the other families in Waterdeep. I assume they have diamonds.
It's been some time since I've spoken with my sibling. I have no idea, to be honest with you.
Well, do you remember the last, well, no, that's unfair. How about your personal grievances with the other families of Waterdeep?
Well, there's always Pona.
Perhaps we should start there, and then we can consider the fine, upstanding guild members.
And just as a reminder, because he's going to ask, I'm sorry, who's Pona?
A colossal pain on the arse of the city, the fine city of Waterdeep. Lady Pona Wavesilver.
Oh, the Wavesilver family. You know, I never liked them.
I don't blame you.
Be a shame. Perhaps one of their vaults was to be opened and defiled violently of all of its contents and value.
It would be terrible, truly.
It truly would. To be fair, before you go do such a thing, a few things should be in order. One, make sure that your friend actually wants to return. Nothing worse than spending a lot of money, like a king's ransom, and discovering that your friend has decided that they don't want to come back. Or that it's impossible, right? Two, it'll take some time to get the place cased and stuff. I can put some people on it ahead of time for you if you wish.
Terja?
Oh,
Why
I
are
can
you-
assure you they have the money.
Why are you looking at me? Am I in charge here?
Well, heisting is rather your forte.
Well, yes, it certainly couldn't help to scout out the place.
Well, all right. So, what's your plans for the week?
Well, I believe that we can go and speak, at least with the priests of Sahanin Moonbow tonight. See whether they're available to do some divination on our behalf for Garlo. And if they're not, then we would have to track down an adherent of Kelimvor who is capable of doing that kind of divination, which should be interesting because, as far as I know, all of the practitioners of Kelimvor's ways in the city are loose and unaffiliated.
That would tend to feel true. There are some adherents that work the City of the Dead with the watches and guards blessing, but minor folks compared to the people you plan to go see. Well, it sounds like you have some things already set. I was curious if 2 days from now, you wouldn't mind having a discussion with some of the folks over at the Mapmakers Guild regarding your findings in Maztica.
I see no reason to refuse.
Beautiful. It's not very often we get a lot of people back who've spent time there, and every little bit counts in making sure those maps are updated. And anything you can also relay, they will certainly put to good use. And while it's not like robbing a vault of a terrible, terrible shithead noble, it does pay.
Well, I never
100
turned
gold
down coin.
each, provided you actually have information of value. And based on what I've heard, you certainly do.
Oh, also, crudely drawn maps and observations.
Although I'm not sure how much of what we observed is now a smoking crater.
Well, we don't have to tell them about that part.
Okay, sure, if it helps, I'm down for it.
Very kind of you. Very, very. Well, I'll let you carry on your day. Picks up a a small plate, grabs a clear glass and pours in a something from the decanters on the side there, and steps out as if he owns the place, because he does.
Well,
Okay, so we gotta go talk to boring map people. Then we're gonna go talk
No, that's
to...
2 days from now.
Oh,
That's
okay.
2 days from now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can do the boring thing later. Is there anything else y'all want to do while we're here in town?
oh, well, here in town, there are a lot of things we have to do. It's just tonight I thought we'd go see the priest of I'm sorry, what was the name again, Wraith?
Sehenin Moonbow.
Sehenin Mumbo. Oh, right. We need to go see the priest of Sehenin, and then, well, I don't know about you, but I'm on a normal daytime schedule right now.
Are you tired?
Not tired yet, but I'm not. I don't want to stay up all night, and you've been sleeping all day.
Oh, don't worry about being up all night. While the priest would be there, I don't expect that we'll be there through the entire night.
Hmm.
And to be honest with you, I'm still feeling a little bit hungover.
I miss Lucy.
I look at Cimarine. I think I sort of give like this little perish the thought gesture to the idea that you might possibly be hungover after spending all night drinking with Lucy and Cimarine.
Weird, strange. How would that happen?
It's a mystery. Yeah. I think yes. The temple first, and if no luck there, we'll have to track down another priest in the City of the Dead, I think.
All right.
This should be
So you guys
simple.
finish your dinner, which is warm and delicious and great because it's cold out, especially at night, as the winter chill has begun to settle in. As you step out, you realize the leaves have mostly fallen from the trees. The breeze is actually a winter coastal breeze. It comes blowing in, especially at night. Wrapping your cloaks a little bit tighter, or your robes, you mutter to yourself that maybe grabbing winter clothes may be in the future, or additional gear may be helpful. And you set out. You make your way past various aspects of the North Ward into the Sea Ward, where the richest of folks and most of the temples are.
The temples and the castle ward.
And then
This
turn
particular
south
temple.
to the castle ward. Thank you for the reminder on that. Where you see the temple to the Seldery.
All right. Well, hopefully I don't get immediately doused in water and when we enter, but who knows? You may want to give me some space.
From the various openings, you see cool bluish white light glowing from within, almost like moonbeams. Various priests and priestesses in very light clothing, even in the winter, appear to be standing close to the doors as it has changed over to currently Sehenin Moonbow's period. As you
At this
approach,
point, I'm going to mount the steps and head towards one of the open doors, and hopefully there is an acolyte there available.
as you climb the stairs and before you make it in the door, one of them looks over and says, "The daughter of the night skies welcomes you."
Greetings to the daughters of the night sky. I am Rafe Keeler, a supplicant seeking wisdom and, in this case, maybe divination.
I see. Please come in. And they usher you in. What are the other two of you doing while this happens?
I'm just following Rafe.
So you guys follow like 20 feet behind?
No, 3 feet behind. We're not like
Okay.
trailing by 50 yards.
Okay.
I don't think the water thing was real, so I'm not paying much mind to that statement and staying pretty close.
Okay. You guys walk right in, and the rogue figure kind of leans back. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were with him. Please follow me. The tall elven man walks you through the temple. The temple is multifaceted. It has aspects of various different elven gods in different places. However, right now it is bathed in various different, almost magical light that doesn't appear to have a source. It's as if the brightest moonlight you've ever seen was shining throughout the temple. Reflections pour beautifully off the various sculptures, carvings, and other accoutrements within this temple. The temple is large and spacious, but not echoing. Beautiful elven made tapestries, curtains, carpeting, or rugs, excuse me, adorn everything. All of the most exquisite detail and color and workmanship. Ah, the goddess of moonlight welcomes you, another high priest says. What brings you in today?
We are seeking information about a friend of ours who has passed on from this world.
I see. And you wish to converse with this person?
Ideally, but simply knowing their situation would probably be helpful as well.
We just want to make sure he's happy and I suppose safe. I'm not sure safe is the correct word with the next life, but
Yes, I'm a little confused. You're wishing to speak with someone who's dead, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let us see here. It's not cheap, I hate to say. Did you bring a proper donation?
I cannot judge if you will feel it is proper, but yes, we did bring, among other things, some artifacts that you may find interesting, or at least your peers may find interesting.
I was speaking specifically of the items required to cast said spell, and of course, temporarily, some things that were close to your friend.
Well, we have his weapon, which I think he would consider to be close to him.
he kept his pipe, right?
Yeah, I think we do have his pipe, yes.
And I have his bear.
You have a bear?
Not like a bear, but like a cute little stuffed animal bear.
Oh, a stuffy, if you would.
If you will, yeah.
Excellent. These will work perfectly.
Now, I say I'm not certain, because I am not certain what Sehanin Mumbo finds to be, appropriate for divination. However, we do have some gems and some other things that may be appropriate.
Sehanin Mumbo often feels the sorrow of those who truly have passed on and those who have lived to feel that sorrow. If you are truly remorseful of your friend's passing, it shouldn't be much. However, if you're not truly contacting a friend who you've lost, it may not work.
Staring daggers at these two. We're remorseful, right?
Very remorseful. Now, how much would Serendine Moonbow find an appropriate sign of remorse? Turgis very much got this air of just tell me what the donation, bribe is, and get on with it.
I'm sorry, which were you saying? Bribe?
No, I didn't say that part out loud. I just sort of got this look on my face of, come on, just get on with the numbers. Give me what we need to know.
A gemstone of at least 500 gold pieces in value. Or 5 gemstones worth 100 gold pieces in value.
I think we can dig that up.
You should have 5 of those.
Yeah, we do.
Okay. Please follow me. And he takes you to down the way into an off chamber, down another hallway, and into a final chamber. Within that chamber, there is a long stone slab. There are seats on all the sides circling it. There is beautiful frescoes carved in the stone. It is of Serendine Moonbow in the various different states that she has taken over the eons. Please gather around this temple, if you will. I'll take your donation, please.
I whispered to Rafe, give him the emeralds.
And I'll reach into my bag and pull out that, as well as a custom of 100 gold pieces.
Very well. Thank you so much. Now, if you could place his close objects onto the slab, please.
I think I'm carrying the glaive, so I'll grab that and put that down.
You mentioned a pipe.
I don't think I'm carrying the pipe.
Right. Yep. Pipe, and then the teddy bear as well, which previously the stuffy. Previously just had his sister's name in the foot. At some point between him passing away and now, Sim has also put Garlo's name in the other foot. So put that down on the dais as well.
And do you have anything, miss? Looking at you, Georgia.
No, they had the artifacts.
Okay. Please stand around and hold each other's hands. And he steps back when you all hold hands. So you all connect up, standing over those objects on the slab. He begins murmuring in it's Elvish, but it's more than Elvish at the same time. It starts low and then begins to lilt into almost a song briefly. And then it goes silent. Bright moonlight begins to emit from the objects themselves on the stone. You have 5 questions. Make them quick.
Longest Sim has probably been quiet in a minute, wanting to make sure we word the questions correctly.
Garlo, if we could resurrect you, would that be okay?
Yes.
That is the first question. Sim?
Wherever you are you happy?
Yes.
What is it like there?
calm, focused.
I give this glare to the others like, that is not very descriptive, but I don't say anything because I don't want to ruin the seance.
Garlo, have you received your reward?
Not yet.
What would your reward be?
My final rest. And the moonlight stops. Well, those are your questions. Now, I am not privy to hear them. Only all of you were. I hope you were able to get the satisfaction for the questions that you asked.
We appreciate the efforts of Sehenin Mumbo and her priests in answering these questions.
Priest walks over to you, Sim. Sehenin says that you need these more than I do, and hands you the 5 diamonds back. Or the 5 emeralds back.
Sounds like a cool lady. Thanks. And like I mumble it into my arm and turn away.
She's not very comfortable with relationships with the gods. Please don't take offense.
The lunar lady takes no offense. Please, let me show you your way out of here. Don't forget your friend's thanks.
In
Oh,
exchange
right.
for her kindness, we can make ourselves available should your order require it.
Where would we be able to find one such as yourselves?
One moment, and I'm actually going to pull out a piece of scrap paper and give him the address of WMD and who to ask for.
You place it into his hands. He waves his hand over it. Oh. Ben.
Well, we're not Ben, but we do work with Ben.
Why would you give him Ben's name? We're not Ben.
No.
He didn't give him Ben's name.
Oh.
Well, I wish you the best of luck. And he walks you right out.
Pretty building.
Well,
pretty people.
I'm at least pleased that we will not be denying Garlo his reward if we do bring him back.
He did say he was happy, though. I have a harder time with that.
He did say he wanted to come back. I don't think that's ambiguous.
Yeah, we can still want to come back, but still be happy where you are. Are we assholes if we bring him back someplace from where he's happy?
He said he wanted to come back.
You're standing, by the way, in the front foyer of the temple. You haven't completely left yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
well then we'd better have this discussion somewhere more private.
Well, the daughter of the night skies thanks you for coming. Please don't forget the gift shop. It's right there to the right. You two can pick up any of your favorite Celadrin god figureheads, sculptures, and/or biblical, bibliographies, biographies, and/or, of course, some of the religious chapbooks.
I want a tunic that says, I went to the Moonbow Temple and all I got was a stupid t-shirt. Is that available?
It is not. But, divination, you can find out all sorts of questions to unknown problems. He looks right at you, Sam.
If you don't know the problem, why would you ask the question?
I'm not even sure what that means. Best of luck. Check out the gift shop. And then he walks away.
If I didn't know better, I would say that one of the Seldarine gods is angling for a new champion.
Good for you, Tertia. Wow, that's like a real honor, I think.
What?
No offense to Terja, but she's not an elf, so no.
Are you saying I'm not good enough to be an elf?
Wow, Rafe.
No.
Start walking forward.
I'm saying that an elven god wouldn't take a champion who is not at least half elven.
He says that as you're walking out the door and he's trailing behind you.
Anti-human discrimination. I see how this works.
You have your own gods.
What does that have to do with it? Are you saying
Don't
that
you worship Tymora?
I pay her handsomely because we're not dead yet. And when you look at the odds, really, we should have been by now.
So wouldn't it be really awkward for you if another god came and said, "Oh, by the way, I like your worshipper. Let me buy her"?
I would have used the phrase borrow.
I don't think it would be unfair to say that the gods can be territorial.
You find yourselves only a couple blocks away from the market ward that transitions from day to night with a completely different crowd. Broadsheet. Kids are out yelling, various different things for the various different broadsheets. And one of them yells, Darksward exotic goods smugglers, foiled in the act, still at large. Watch offers big reward. Temple tumult, religious sects clash over site ownership. Read all about it.
As I was saying, the gods can be rather territorial.
I go buy a broadsheet from the broadsheet crier.
2 copper.
I hand over 3 and take the broadsheet.
Thank you much, man. So territorial gods, huh?
So, Sim, is there any reason that you don't want to have anything to do with the Seldarine?
It's you hang around someone with a lot of power before, and it just wasn't a really great time for me, even though there was the protections and all the stuff about it. It just didn't leave a good taste in my mouth about serving a higher being.
Well, I'm not saying that you should, but you should at least be cordial. If the Moonbow is looking to recruit you, not a bad master.
Was I not being cordial? I thought I was being plenty nice.
Well, you did kind of run away.
You run away? What? I think there's something I'm missing here.
An opportunity was put before her, and then she ran. Which, and knowing what I know about her now is not surprising. Just curious if she may reconsider.
What opportunity? What?
I was not kidding when I said one of the Pantheon may be looking for a new champion.
Oh, well, that's news.
Seems like a lot of responsibility, and didn't we just do stuff by being champions? I don't know.
Guildmaster's Ball, extravagant gala celebrates artisans of the city. Day 1 of the diplomatic convention with the principals of the Waterdeep Forest. Elves. Contention amongst the negotiations. What isn't being said?
Oh,
New world discovered by wizards. Artemis Red Rooster tells all in new book.
Well, we've accomplished at least one of our goals. Now we need to figure out how we're going to acquire enough gemstones to make this happen. Ben did say that he would have some people look into that issue for us, but I think we should probably try and have more than one iron in the fire.
Oh, Well, I'm sure we can find somebody suitably annoying to donate to our cause.
Well, do you have any further thoughts? You are, of course, the local.
In terms of people I really would like to see donate, I'm afraid you've got my main suggestion.
Of course.
Spate of grave robbing stopped cold in the last month. Cemeteries working overtime, making space. Everyone dying to get in.
That was us. We helped with that one.
Lycanthropy. Is it a curse or just misunderstood magic?
Who says it has to be either or?
It's definitely it's a ridiculous question.
Oh, Simmarine, are you going to talk to the delegation from the Waterdeep?
Why?
Child of the Waterdeep?
Are you gonna go talk to your people, Terja?
Ice
should
Maker
point out-
missing. Family offers reward. Bounty Hunters Guilds. Clash. Duels in the shadows for city supremacy.
Well, I know I have nothing to say to my people, but I have no idea whether you have anything to say to yours. Is there some sort of rift between you and the Waterdeep that I'm not aware of?
I should point out that we did just, face my particular, well, not demons, but my particular issues with my past. Might be healthy to at least consider it, especially here, where they don't have all that much power.
Here's my thing. I spent a long time where I was with just my brother. If I had anyone that really cared about me, they would have found a way to get us out. And they didn't. The only family I have isn't here right now.
Well, I suppose that's that, and we should avoid the Waterdeep then.
And like, who knows? They might not even really be people, like, they might not even be my parents. Because time is weird. They might be like my great, I don't know, some other family that's older, younger, however it works out.
Well, even if they were your great grandnephews and nieces, they would still be family, wouldn't they?
By blood, I guess, but y'all would know me better than they do. You're more like family to me than they are. They're just people.
Sure, but they are your people at the end of the day. Which it is.
God damn it. I guess I got stuff to think about. And kind of
Sure.
kick dirt and try to move forward.
I think we should return back to our lodgings, Terja. We did
Is it too
accomplish
late in the
something.
night to see if we can find some sort of well, we had those documents that we needed like professional help to put back together that we got off of Melgra.
One more time.
We got those documents off Melgra, and you said we needed like an alchemist or an arcanist or something to put those things back together and read them. Is it too late in the night to do that?
Anything can be done with money.
Okay, is it too late in the night to do that reasonably?
What's reasonable to you?
Is the shop still open?
No.
Okay.
Well, at least not a daytime shop. I mean, there might be nighttime shops.
I see no reason to start with nighttime shops at this juncture.
Okay, so
Waiting until
Turk
morning
is a
should be
daytime
sufficient.
person. I get it.
Nighttime shops are more discreet.
That's a good point. Perhaps we should find a nighttime shop for this one.
So help me out. I said what? You'll need an alchemist to do what now?
There were
It
these
doesn't sound like-
documents.
Yeah, I think you said arcanist, as in somebody who's more
Arcanist.
skilled than Rafe, because
Yeah.
Rafe is not that skilled.
I found some documents in Melgro's cabin, or maybe they were on, no, they were on Melgro's body before we quit, and you said they were in pretty bad shape.
Right.
Canonically, Rafe is too pretty to study.
So you would need an alchemist to remove the stains on them of blood, or what are we
Yeah,
talking
pretty
about?
much.
No,
Oh,
interesting.
okay. That's a different story. All right. Now. Okay. All right. So put that down as something you want to do in the next day or so. What is Sim thinking right now?
Complex feelings. There's a lot that just happened there in kind of a short amount of time. Frustrating that this thing that she really wants to do isn't going to be easy and isn't just going to be snap of the fingers fix. Trying to reconsider the things that Rafe said, hey, maybe reconsider, is just really hard to swallow the big emotions behind it all.
Candle shop maker missing. Family offers reward. Waterdeep delegation drops all pretense. Demands return of missing princess of 300 years.
That's interesting. I had no idea they were negotiating for a princess. Odd.
Guilds and magistrate court and mariners sue shipwrights. Shipwrights countersue. Who sinks first?
Princess of 300 years. Why would they in Waterdeep for that?
Who knows? Princess ran away. She's been living in Waterdeep the entire time. I guess it's not Silvery Moon, so no extradition? I'm not sure.
It's not like we'd be holding a prisoner, refusing to let her return to the Waterdeep.
I honestly don't know all that much about the affairs of the Elven nation states. Grew up in a monastery and all.
Huh.
Music begins to revel nicely as you see star-crossed lovers early in the night, walking side by side, leaning in the cold air. Lights and drift globes throughout the market float randomly around and yet do not take off in the winds. The tents offer a fun, cheery atmosphere for the most part in the market, as warm hearth burn throughout where people gather, sipping cups of whatever warm cheer they've brought with them.
Cup of Ward Cheer sounds like an excellent plan right now. I think I'll buy one of those.
Absolutely. It is a taste of warm apples, pears, and cinnamon mixed with a treacly liquid that is certainly fun on the tongue, and gives a nice little buzz on the way down. So, warms you twice, if you will. As you sip at that, and you're kind of taking in the area, the first few flakes of snow begin to fall. Not heavy, just a few here and there, and people are starting to giggle as the snow starts to be picked up by the drift globes on the way down.
I really should get some warmer clothes.
Out of character comment, we actually do have winter clothing.
Oh, look at that.
They're in those bags.
Yeah.
It's a very
Pull it
big full
You didn't
bag.
sell off the winter clothes.
Yeah, we've had it for a while now.
Thank goodness someone's paying attention.
Well, the winters here in the north are famously brutal and long and cold.
Man, I hope it passes quickly. And I hope and like just kind of trails off whatever was hoping to be said, lost in thought still. Maybe even kind of absentmindedly reaching for the thing that Tertia had to try to take a little sample for herself. instead of just getting her own.
I resignedly hand Cimarine the mug and buy another mug for myself. This has the advantage of meaning that Turja gets more of the drink.
It's true.
Yeah.
So, I think we should return to our lodgings and maybe settle in for the evening. Try and get back on Tertia time.
You mean normal time?
Yes, Tertia time.
Ah.
I could probably do a nap.
Alright.
I'm sure Gherkin has something that can help with sleep.
One way to find out.
Come on, you two can't get up to other things that would help you sleep? I sort of give them the side eye of, I know you're together, come on.
What do you mean?
I
Not
just
sure.
stare at Cimarine I stare at them for a second and just sort of shake my head.
Poor
Could be
Luciano
anything.
still hasn't seen anything to know it.
Yeah, he's off to Bard College with no idea.
No
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah. This one time at band camp, I can see it now. Okay, so heading back, the streets are well lit in this part of town. It's not hard to get around. There are some seedy shops toward the back, but you avoid most of those issues. The few drow enclaves gather in the market at night. This is their time. They can be out. It doesn't hurt their eyes. But you can see that they're not really appreciating the cold air. Moving out of the market, you move along the seaward, mostly because it's a nicer neighborhood, more heavily patrolled. But you notice the patrols are actually giving you the side eye because they can tell by the way you're dressed you aren't from here. You're either not a servant or you aren't a noble, and you are not in this normal neighborhood. So they stare at you long and hard as you walk by. Once you get into the North Ward, however, things are a little more chilled. There is still the occasional roving watch patrol, but there's also more people on the streets here. People are excited. And as the night lingers a little longer, the drays start to slow down across the main streets, and you make your way back to the Happy Axbeak, around the corner, up the stairs of West Mercantile Diversified, and into the main foyer once more, where dinner has all been cleared easily. There is a large, I don't want to say cauldron, large pot full of a warm soup for the evening, a few pieces of black bread, and some tomatoes from Mastika. You see Ben, aka Ren, bent over the table, looking at some maps of various areas that do not make any sense to you. It's no place you've ever seen before.
Good evening, Ben.
Oh, sorry, didn't hear you come in.
Yes, well, I guess we were far more quiet than we should have been. Is Gherkin around?
Yeah, he is. Hold on a moment. He just goes over, pulls a rope. You hear a bell, ding dong, ding dong, ding 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 dong. A few moments later, you hear the steps down some distant stairs, or down the hallway, and into your area. Yes, sir. Oh, hello.
Good evening, Gherkin. I was just wondering, do you have anything that would assist us with getting to sleep tonight?
I mean, how good do you want to sleep?
And I'm going to turn and look at Cimarine and say, like the dead.
Wow, he's so
Ooh.
thoughtful.
Yeah, I can do that. But actually, I think Ben can do it better.
Is Ben going to punch them?
Do it! I dare you!
Chop.
It's probably best if I do this while you're in your beds already.
Oh
And you both have to
my.
want to go to sleep.
Sure. That makes sense, I guess.
I don't want to be awkward. I promise I'll leave right after you're asleep.
I don't think we know the difference, so.
All right. Well, please lead the way. I'll take care of this real quick.
Okie dokie.
Yep.
Sure, we won't regret this.
You guys go up. He goes, I'll let you change first. You just just open the door when you're ready.
Seems like already like halfway undressing.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Closes the door. He closes the door. Whoa. All right. And he turns and looks at, while the door's closed, he looks at you, Turja. You want to go to sleep too?
No.
No? All right. No, you sure you don't want to?
Not this way, at least.
Fair enough. Anyway. You guys come back out with night clothes on, or?
Yeah.
Thank God.
Don't get me wrong. Was tempted, but yeah, there's some gym jams.
Night clothes for her is like a t-shirt. That's it.
That's it. You're lucky. Like
right.
It has a picture of a stuffy on it.
All right. Well,
parts.
off to the bed.
All right. This is me getting into bed, super ready for sleep.
This is going to make this even more awkward. All right. Are you both very comfortable?
I could be more comfortable, I won't lie, but I don't think it's going to get any better than it is currently.
Aside from me standing here, are you very comfortable?
Yes.
All right. Rafe, are you very comfortable?
Of course.
And you both want to go to sleep?
Yes.
Yes.
Then sleep. And you both do. You are out. Now, if nothing disturbs them, they'll stay that way. And you have no idea what happens. Turja, you're standing outside, and a few minutes later, the door opens. He quietly closes the door. Well, if they really want to stay asleep, they will at this point. Now, back to work. Good night, Turja. And he walks right by you and back into the study.
I walk into the study.
Yes.
Now that we're private, there's a couple of things I wanted to discuss with you.
Please, take a seat. And he starts rolling up the various different documents and maps.
Instead of taking a seat, I walk over to the painting that I saw this morning.
Mm-hmm.
I know these people.
Well, you know one of them.
No, I know two of them.
Well, that's a very confident statement for you to make.
This man is missing, and this woman is dead.
Well, the man is me.
I'm pointing to the picture of Sahir and Jessia.
Sahir and Jessia.
Oh, I misunderstood you this morning.
Yes, you did.
That makes way more sense now. Okay, I thought you were going somewhere completely different.
Nope.
Yes. No, I know both of them.
Well, you know one of them.
No, I know both of them.
Very bold statement.
This woman is dead.
Well, she is.
Who was she to you?
The love of my life.
Then why are you wanted for death?
That is also a very bold statement.
But is it an incorrect one?
Make an insight check. natural one.
God.
I'm not wanted for her death at all.
You're an excellent liar, but I wouldn't expect anything less.
Well, that's a lovely accusation. But I did not kill the love of my life.
But did you kill my sister?
Well, I don't know who your sister is, so I don't know.
Jessia Ironwalk. Stop playing games.
His face stays stone cold. You can't even tell a thing. That's what a natural one gets you. Assuming that you really are Jessia's long-lost sister.
Lost.
Well,
Don't. Now I'm starting to wonder if you really were the love of her life.
well, that's how she described you.
How long?
Don't know that we got down into the details, but a few years.
That
least.
actually is about right.
Anyway, yes. Assuming that you are her, and judging by your hands, you might very well be.
Why is it always the hands?
You cover up everything else. So anyway, let's assume that you are this person. What proof do you have that I actually committed the murder?
That's why we're having this conversation before and not after I've talked to Grey Castles about where you are.
Well, I can assure you, you'll only do that once. And you probably won't make it out the door if you really think you're going to do that.
If you really killed my sister, it might be worth it.
If I really killed your sister, you wouldn't have even made it in the door.
If you didn't do it, who did?
Ray Castle.
That was my other primary suspect.
I was framed. I didn't do it. I would give anything to have her back. She doesn't want to come back. I, too, went to the Temple of Celadrin.
I was wondering when we went to check on Galu.
I had amassed a fortune far larger than I knew I needed. And now, the only thing I want is revenge against Grey Castle. Everything I do is a step towards removing him from his place and taking it for myself.
What did she say when you asked your questions?
Nothing.
She didn't reply at all?
Not a word.
I have considered trying to... I only recently learned that she was gone. I was considering doing something similar to see. Just we hadn't spoken for a few years, and I just wanted to know if she was all right. We did not part on good terms.
Please. Take a seat. Here, have something to drink. He passes you a water.
Just wish everything had happened differently.
Me too. I still go there sometimes.
Go to where?
Where she died.
Where did she die?
In my townhouse.
I suppose that was why you go there sometimes.
It's this one. He picks up the picture that has a building on the front of it. 3 blocks from here. It's still boarded up by the watch as a crime scene.
How did she... Well, I mean, besides being murdered, obviously.
She was home when someone came looking for me. They sent a message. Well, when I say she was home, she was in my home.
I caught that, yes.
She agreed to marry me, you know.
No? What?
Yes.
Why? I'm sorry, that came out horribly wrong. It's just...
Absolutely it did.
You have met our father, have you not?
Only in passing and never with her.
Oh, well that explains a lot then. I was wondering how you managed to get that engagement past Voldemort, but yes, apparently that makes more sense.
I was making sure there was a proper offering for her hand in marriage.
I don't think you have anything Voldemort wants, no offense.
Maybe I know a few more things about his books than you did. You know what they say about books? You do know what they say about books, right? When you're a noble?
Keep them clean.
No, that's what they tell the public. Keep 2 sets.
And you knew where his other set is.
Please, you think I didn't do my own due diligence before I wanted to get involved with the family forever?
That's a just statement.
I do my homework. Now, we have a quandary. Do I let you walk out of here? Possibly risk everything I've put together so far?
If you had nothing to do with her death, then why would I seek revenge against you? Why would there be any danger for you, whatever?
Because you've already threatened to go to Grey Castle. And money can be a terribly important driver.
You think I would betray my own sister to a murderer?
That's assuming you're saying what I want to hear now. Now, you've only got a few options now. You can walk out of here and get a ticket to Neverwinter right now. Never come back. Or you can explain to me how I know I can trust you after this.
Did you kill my sister?
That's not how I know I can trust you. That's you determining how you can trust me.
I'm going somewhere with this.
No,
Am I ever going to find evidence you killed my sister? Ever?
Well, that depends on if it's been made up or not.
I see where you're going with this.
He takes a sip of his water. Cheers.
We find her killer together.
I can't promise that.
Why not?
Because I can't promise that.
You're afraid you can't deliver?
No, I'm afraid I won't stop myself.
Stop yourself from what? I'm not following something here.
I already know who the killer is. So do you. What do I need to find?
Proof?
I don't need proof. It was his thugs that came in and murdered her in broad daylight. In my own house. The same thugs that called the city watch.
Vengeance?
Well, I'm not waiting to take vengeance. Thanks.
Right. Greycastle's still alive. You must have waited some.
A great many steps have been put into place. One does not just subsume an entire noble's house unquestioned.
All right.
I tell you what, how'd you like to help make it accelerate a little bit?
I'd be down for that.
All right, well, here we go. I'm going to teach you how to do something, all right? You're going to take this sheaf of paper, and he opens up the piece of paper. As you can see, it's a last will and testament of none other than our very friend Greycastle, right? Well, watch this. Dips the quill into the ink. Now, for the next 24 hours, 7 days actually, and he whooshes it over it, and the document changes completely to legal documents saying that he okays the purchase of minor items for the warehouse. But it equates to a number that's sizable enough that only Greycastle can sign for it, and the signature is in the same place. You are to take this to his barrister, his attorney, if you will. You are to put it in the sheaf of papers where the barrister is legally allowed to sign in his place. You are to make sure that it gets in those papers, that he has signed for it, that it is stamped and sealed, and that the barrister takes those papers, along with any other ones he wishes to file, and files them at the magistrate's office. Simple, easy, set some things in motion so that when I do make the move, we take over everything.
Seems simple enough.
There's always a wrinkle, isn't there?
All right, what's the wrinkle?
Lizard man guards.
This tells me nothing.
Any good barrister are like sharks in the water, and they have the most seedy bodyguards you can find. They can smell people in the air. Something an illusion isn't going to cover up. So make sure you're very convincing. You and your friends should work together on this one.
All right.
If you're successful, I will help you get your revenge, but not before I get mine.
Revenge is a dish best served cold, they say.
Very. So, you can help me serve some cold cuts then?
First thing in the morning.
Cheers!
This time I clink my
Thanks,
glass
Celeste.
with his.
All right. Drink up. Takes a big drink. Oh. I have this water imported. What, you never had imported water?
It seems excessively excessive.
Nah. Sweet water up in Tribor. They actually have a spring for it. It's quite tasty. Try it. You'll like it.
I drink.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
I knew this would happen. Yeah, continuing my wonderful lucky streak of rolls.
He's smiling at you. We will get your revenge, I promise. And everything's going to go out of focus. Can I get some morning birds, please? You wake up the next morning in your bed, Turja.
Great.
All your clothes on you. Nothing disturbed.
I'm getting really tired of this being knocked unconscious and waking up after not knowing what's going on routine. I say to myself as I get up.
Sim, you and Rafe wake up refreshed.
Oh, that's all the dead sleep. Wow. I good for them.
Surprisingly, that was a good plan.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, okay. No, we got this. We got the day. We're refreshed. We're feeling good. Question. I didn't really get to ask because then there was the whole sleeping thing, and I didn't think we'd sleep that fast, and then we slept that fast. But question.
Hmm.
Are you like a god? What's situation? Do you need a temple thing too, or
No.
okay?
Um, I don't have well, I should qualify that. I don't have any godly responsibilities, so no, not a god. Um, just more or less immortal.
Okay. So it's like God, but like the fun parts?
Um, I guess that's one way of looking at it, although, there's not many positive things to be said for immortality.
Why not?
Mostly because it is my understanding that it gets pretty boring.
Really? You really think so?
Well, all I've ever heard from older elves is that at some point you get really bored and then you die. So
Well,
yes, I do.
you don't think it's a choice at some point? Like you can
Well, I mean,
just
everything is a choice. You always have a choice, and technically I do too. Just pointing out that, it's very difficult to make that choice, and so a lot of people just keep living.
Oh wow, I think we might be talking different choices there, pal.
Oh,
I just meant like finding wonder in things.
hmm. Sure, but
What were you talking about?
you can't just. I guess you could adventure forever. That would be a very weird way to live. Like,
It's not just about adventuring, though. It's about, I don't know, taking time to smell the roses and watching kids play and seeing things develop and reading new books and watching the world change. How could that get boring?
I'm sure it will find a way.
So you already determined you're going to be bored, huh?
No, I have determined that I'm going to continue on until I get bored, and then I'm going to figure something else out.
All right. Well, I'll do my best to keep things not boring.
Well, I appreciate that.
It's a talent. What can I say? All right. So now, today, we need to go do what again? And get up and start going about morning.
I think we're still in the process of figuring out, uh, was it Lady Pona Wave Silver's financial situation and
We're going to do a
how we
heist.
can
That's
relieve her
right.
of it? Yes.
Robbing stuff. It's been a while. Hopefully better than last time.
I don't know that it could go worse.
Hey, you're not going anywhere, right?
I have no plans to leave. No, why?
I mean, you're immortal, so like you're gonna be here for a while. I know that. But like, I realize we're taking you away from stuff too. But like, you're not going anywhere, right?
But no, again, no. I have no plans to leave. What's this
Okay.
about?
Last night brought up a lot of feelings, and I'm still working through them a little bit here. I just want to make sure you're not going anywhere.
Hmm. I wouldn't say that well, I guess technically I am immortal. I wouldn't say that I am, uh, in, I wouldn't say that I am something that you should base your life around. But I do intend to stick around as long as you're comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah. No, that's a normal way to look at it. Sure. Uh-huh. Um, I'm gonna go elsewhere for a bit. I'm breakfast food and stuff.
Right. Remember what I said about considering talking to the Ardeep?
Yeah, probably should. Okay, bye. Exit.
So yeah, uh, probably 20 minutes after Simrine is rushed through and disappeared, I will come downstairs, and I assume greet whoever is actually sitting around. Probably just Gherkin at this point, though. I would
Um,
guess.
Gherkin is not there. There is nothing on the table except basic breakfast stuff
Mhm.
again. Um, the windows are open in the study, and you can look out and you see that there's about an inch to 2 inches of snow coating the streets. You can see lines in the snow where the horses have already, and drays and wagons have already churned up a lot of stuff in the roads. The alleyways got a little bit of traffic, but not as much. Smoke is rising from the various chimneys. Uh, the hearth in that room is actually lit, and it's warming the room nicely.
And I'm gonna settle in and have a basic breakfast, and wait for anyone else who happens to be around to come down.
All right. At some point, Terry stops in. Good to see you all, sir. Would you like some oatmeal?
Oh, no, Terry, the basics are fine for me. Um,
Very well.
how have things been? I know we talked briefly, but you didn't really have time to say anything.
I've been getting a fair amount of education, if you will, from Gherkin on various different aspects of, well, life in the city. Um, been learning greatly. A whole lot of things. Foods, wines, ways to speak. Yes.
Good, good. Uh, I'm not going to say that education will be required, but I don't think it's going to hurt you in any way.
No, it's been lovely learning how to move about. Ben Rin often has us helping with
Hmm.
things. But he says I'm being set up to help all of you. So,
Well, if he says so, then he means it. So rely on it.
absolutely. He says what I'm learning is Gherkin and he both mentioned that what I'm learning will make sure that I can support your every need. And they pay me well for it. I've never been paid so well in my life, so I've got no complaints. Turja, as you wake up, there is the folded over sheaf of basically a satchel with the document just picking out of the corner and a note on the top. A Grey Castle servant delivers uh, a document satchel similar to this one every morning at 10 a.m. to the barrister. Um, and he gives a street address. Your job is to make sure you're the person delivering the satchel. Best of luck. There's a big R right behind a dash right next to it.
Today? Literally today?
Every day
What I mean is, do I need to
at
make a
10 a.m.
switch today?
Better get done.
Okay.
And with that, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to find out what the party has decided to do. And that's where dragons come from.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Exactly. So now you know. And so when a big dragon loves another dragon.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, oh, sorry. Hey guys, you're back. Hey, welcome back to Whiskey, Magic, and Destruction. Anyway, so Turja woke up. You guys woke up. I don't know where Sim is other than just sitting down to breakfast.
Oh yeah, she went downstairs. She didn't wander off anywhere. Just needed some space for a second.
Turja, you got the envelope.
I do.
You had a private conversation and you woke up. And by the way, you slept really good.
I'm sure.
You flip the message over and it says, I'll be watching. What are you doing?
Well, I am going down to breakfast.
Beautiful. You taking that sheaf of papers with you?
Putting it in an inner pocket, yes.
It's not inner pocket kind of thing. It's a little bit of a satchel.
Okay, well then I put it
Document satchel, if you will.
I put it in a bigger satchel so as to be not conspicuous.
Okay.
Yeah, for now.
All right. So be it. And you walk down to breakfast, where Rafe and Sim are discussing what?
Nothing, because Sim ran off.
She did?
Yeah,
Okay.
she ran off. She disappeared.
Nothing to discuss.
Sim, if you took off, what did you want to go look at? Are you now like just exploring the place?
I could be nosy around home base. Yeah, that sounds great, actually. On second thought, that sounds so much better than breakfast.
First thing you do is you take a turn. You find another hallway attached to the foyer that goes down the length. You can see a whole bunch of windows on one side, but then you see another door. You open that door just because you can, and you find yourself in a large octagonal shaped room.
All right.
There is a stairway that goes up. This has to be the room that is part of the cylindrical tower that is on the one side of the building that goes all the way up.
Climb those stairs.
You begin climbing the stairs, and we'll go stop right there. Turja, you walk in. You've heard a couple doors close, but Rafe is sitting there, calmly eating his breakfast.
Is there something like to-go-ish I can just sort of pick up and nibble on?
I mean, you could pick up a couple of the crumpets, I suppose.
Sounds perfect. I pick up some of the crumpets and I say, "Hey, I'm sorry I didn't mention it to you earlier, but I received a message from a friend when we came into Waterdeep, and I wanted to go see her this morning. Is that all right?"
I guess so. Sim took off, and she's got to be around here somewhere, but I haven't seen her since we woke up.
All right. Well, please just tell her if when you see her that I want to visit a friend if she asks. I'll be back probably early afternoon.
Sure, that sounds good.
Yes.
All right. And
I
what do
take
you
the
do, Turja?
crumpets and I walk off.
What are you dressed in?
Normal clothes.
Normal clothes or?
Just like a shirt and trousers and a tunic, and like I have like a knife and I have like a knife at my side, but no like sword or crossbow or anything like that. And I have a
Okay.
pack.
You have a backpack.
Yes.
All right. It's cold out.
Oh, and I have a cloak. I forgot it was winter.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Cool. Pulling your hood up, you step out. Oh, wait. Not that hood. Well, you can pull your hood up and not activate the properties of your cloak, I suppose.
Yes, absolutely.
So
Besides,
you
it just
step
doesn't
out.
make you invisible. It just makes you harder to spot.
Extremely hard to spot.
Okay.
Magically hard to spot.
All right.
So, but you don't activate the properties. You keep warm and you make your way to where? are you heading?
Near Grey Kelso's office to, let's see. Do I know the route of this delivery person?
No, you don't.
Well, then I want to basically go to a place where I can inconspicuously watch the office and wait for to see this delivery person arrive.
You want to watch the barrister's office to see that person arrive. Okay, fair enough. All right, so you make your way there. Sim, you go up the steps. You find yourself in another octagonal room. This one very well decorated.
How so?
A number of plush couches and tables are there. It's set up. It sees above most of the other buildings in the area. It's good for meetings and entertaining.
Does it seem like it's used often?
No.
Fair enough. No other stairs going up. This is the height of it.
More stairs going up. More
Well then,
stairs
yeah.
going up.
Adventure. Let's go.
Boom. At this point, things get a little crazy. You've walked into a fully fledged laboratory. There are all sorts of beakers and other objects and tubes and everything else. Various different settings and things held into position. There's also a whole variety of ingredients set out in various states, both liquid, solid, and in some cases, some bottles are labeled to be some form of gas. There are things that glow in some of these bottles and stuff, but they don't look very pleasant, anything in there. There are several books throughout on alchemical methodologies and practices. There's also a locked cabinet with a few other ingredients in there as well. And then the stairs go up again.
Okay, before going up, I would like to... If there's something that looks like it's bottled and maybe ready to go, doesn't need a label for the record, just something that looks complete.
So, define complete.
She won't know the difference. If it's something that's corked and set aside, she can go, that's good enough. I'll figure out what it does later.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Okay. Rolling back up, investigation. 12.
You do find a vial. It is corked with a steel stopper. Check that. A glass stopper that is tightly held into position.
I will take that, and then in trade, obviously, in good faith, I'm going to take out a whistle that I have on my person and leave it in its spot.
Okay.
And then I'll continue to climb upwards.
All right. The next room you go to is a extensive library.
Snooze. Move forward.
You get to the top of the stairs, and there is a very large ceiling hatch, if you will.
Is it locked?
You can certainly try to open it.
Yeah.
All right. What's your strength?
So strong.
12?
Yes.
You can open it.
Guys. Yay!
You do open it. It comes open with a loud chunk. You feel the crisp air from outside rush into the area. And immediately a blue field energizes above the latch, protecting the library within.
Mm-hmm.
The cool air doesn't no longer comes through. You, of course, being the curious type that you are, and your finger passes right on through. Whatever it is, it keeps the weather out, but lets you pass through.
Oh, that's nice. That's a cute bit of magic.
This hatch is quite large.
Uh-huh.
It is large enough to, well, move large crates through if you had to.
Oh. Okay. So presumably then this is the top, this is the utmost
Are you gonna go up?
Yeah, if it's an option, absolutely.
Yeah,
Why
you
would
go
we
right
stop?
up through. So it's almost weird feeling the. It's like walking through a magic portal, like you did, where you could feel it warm below that line, but the minute you pass through that blue line of energy, you can feel the crispness of the cool air. As you step up onto the top deck, you are greeted by an amazing, breathtaking view. This is one of the tallest towers in the area. There are some taller things, but it's kind of nice to be this high up. You can see the rooftops of so many places around you, to include the glass area below you of the horticulturalist across the way in the alley who brews, healing potions and such. Interestingly, the way this tower is, it is an 8-sided octagonal tower with one side actually opened up a bit and pushing out, and then apparently has a large opening there where you could just walk off, where you would fall to your death to the roof below.
Interesting.
1.5 to 2 inches of snow covers the various different parts of the walls that do follow her. And the walls are all about waist high everywhere else on this tower. Also covered with a nice layer of soft, fluffy snow. Although there are areas where you can see the wind has pushed a lot of it into various crevices and so on. There are a couple snow-covered wooden chairs up here on a small table that looks like at some point it has held various different pipes.
All right, I think I've seen enough. I want to rush back down, presumably to tell Rafe and Tertia of this great find that I just stumbled upon.
Well, then you discover the stairs go down.
Oh!
No, wait. Not from there, they don't. They do not go down. Sorry. My mistake.
Oh! Okay.
Mhm.
That's fine. I got a misty step I can bounce down to. It's fine.
Okay. No, the stairs go down, but I meant at the bottom floor where you came up.
Oh.
Went up in the first place.
Uh-huh.
I forgot. That's where the stairs stop, is at that floor where you went up in the first place. They don't keep going, because if they did, they would actually go down into the Happy Axe Beat below.
Gotcha. Okay. So, sorry, where exactly then am I in this stature?
At the very bottom,
The very bottom?
where you started off,
Okay.
at a large octagonal room.
Perfect.
That room is kind of a sitting room, if you will. It can be a place where you park people before they go into the foyer to meet with folks, although the foyer itself has meeting room benches. Perhaps VIPs are treated this area. Yeah. Then messing with the shelves, you discover one of the shelves is actually a Murphy bed.
Oh, that's nice. Look at that. We love a good guest room. No, I think my curious adventure has ended and it's time to return back to the group.
Okay. Looking for the group, you find only Rafe.
Rafe, you'll never guess what I found.
Nope,
You're
you
so
can't hear you,
quiet.
Rafe.
Probably not. That sounds correct. I would never guess what you'd found.
And I look like I'm going to tell you. I'm really excited. And then I go, I'm going to keep it a surprise instead. Yeah.
Excellent.
But it's really cool. Let me tell you, it's really cool.
Sounds very cool.
Where's Tertia?
She said she was going out to see a friend.
Which friend?
She didn't mention, and I didn't ask, but she said she'd be back this afternoon.
I don't know. I guess I'm a little surprised to hear that. But good for her. Good for her for having a friend that she wants to go hang out with. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. What are we doing?
Well, now that we've established that, Garlo is fine with coming back, I was thinking we could find a place to do the resurrection.
It needs a special place?
I feel like it would be better if it did have a special place.
Like, just to have blankets? Or Do we need snacks? What do we need?
Well, having never brought someone back from the dead, I can't say for certain, but I imagine it's not going to be a very pleasant experience.
Yeah. I guess I just thought we'd do it here. But if there's someplace better.
I really don't think we want to do it here. First of all, it could mess with the wards. And secondly, I mean, like I said, what if he comes back puking up his stomach? And his stomach is full of demon guts or something? Like, I don't know. No.
Okay. Well, I guess we should go find someplace nicer. That's not nicer, but nice enough.
I understand what you meant.
Yeah.
Let's take a walk, I guess.
Okay.
And at that point, we switch back over to Turjo. Turjo.
Clarification question before we go further. Do I need to switch a single document or the entire bag?
Do you open up the sheaf to take a look?
Yes.
It is a single document.
Okay, that helps things. Thank you.
Setting up down the street, you manage to make your way down the street. You pass by the office once. It's about 9:30 in the morning. On the far side of the street, you pass by. There are a number of groups along this area, including an old man, clothed barely, but obviously, proselyting for the various different. It's like he doesn't mention one particular faith. He's mentioning them all and how that things are changing and not going well. And anyway, long beard, grumpy stiff, leaning on a old gnarled stick. There are kids who are playing that are street urchins that probably shouldn't be there down the alley, throwing snowballs at each other and having a good time. And of course, there are a couple carriages that are always passing at any given moment. At some point, a carriage passes by, a person gets out, they walk in, they walk back out, they get back in, and they carry a satchel. That was at 9:45 in the morning. At 9:55 in the morning, you see it. Someone in the library of Grey Castle walking by straight down the street from the next road over, leaving tracks in what's left of the snow, and immediately makes a hard right, goes through the gate, and into the front door of the magistrate's house after pressing a button and allowing themselves.
I go over and I talk to the street urchins.
Okay. You hear giggling kids as they're throwing snow. They see you and they look fearful.
I say, so,
They're about to run.
how would you like to make a little coin?
Are you messing with us?
Say rather, I would like your help to mess with someone else. That person insulted me in the tavern yesterday, and I'd like to get them back.
Which person?
The one who just walked into that magistrate's residence with the satchel and the Grey Castle uniform. Did you see her?
I did.
Well, she comes here every day, and I want to play a little prank on her. And if you help me out with it, there could be something in it for you as well.
How much?
5 silver.
5 silver. Each?
Each.
What you want us to do?
So, you see all this snow on the ground, right?
We do.
Yes. Do you enjoy snowball fights?
We do.
Would you like to have one tomorrow at a very convenient time for me to get this person back?
Well, it is supposed to snow some more tonight.
That sounds perfect.
What time?
Be here at 9:50 We'll be here by 9:45 and be playing around around 9:55.
Where?
Yeah.
Right here.
Oh, yes.
And you want us to throw snowballs at her?
Yes.
Like a lot.
As many as you can.
Okay.
Have we a bargain?
You be here tomorrow with those 5 silver. We're gonna make sure she's covered in snowballs.
Well, how many kids?
Yeah!
How many kids are there?
There's 3.
Okay. Well, I hand them each 2 silver and I say, here's a down payment. You'll get the rest tomorrow, provided I'm satisfied that our mission has been accomplished. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, off with you then.
We got. I get new
And
shoes.
be careful. Be careful how you spend those. I don't want you getting in trouble for having money you're not supposed to.
We're gonna get snacks tonight, really good, and get blankets.
Now you're
They
making her want to
scamper off.
pay more. Jeez, Reed.
They scamper off, happy as can be.
Oh. And now I go visit Esfel.
A few moments just before you turn, you see the servant come out. They have a satchel. They keep going, and they go back the same way they came.
Actually, no, since they're going...
10 minutes after that, you see the barrister step out and begin walking. At the corner, he hails a carriage. Carriage pulls over. He says something to the driver. Driver nods. He opens the side case, or the side door, jumps in himself, closes it, and off the carriage goes towards the castle wall.
I go visit Esfel.
Okay, how do you intend to do that? You're just going to walk up to the front door of that residence, or the front gate of that residence, in your clothes that you're wearing now?
No, I'm going to cast a very handy disguise self-spell
Okay,
to look like a convenient visiting noblewoman.
okay.
Yeah.
And like a Disney princess standing right there, you basically go, wing, and a magical, and everything changes like a magic, like, it's like this.
Give me some
The
credit,
smiley face
Reed. I'm
change,
gonna
yeah.
wait until I'm not obviously changing in front of a bunch of people.
Okay, so you walk and instead you do a really cool effect where you're like walking, and as you pass by a shadowy area, it just morphs into that stuff. And you continue walking on foot as a noblewoman, unattended by servants, not in a carriage, making your way to the Rosnar estate.
Well, it was just a pretty safe part of town.
Oh no, it's not that. But you do as you do.
Okay, I'll do
While
that.
that's happening, what is Rafe and Cimarine doing on their walk?
Oh, I think we're people watching. Not, purposefully, just it happens to be a thing that happens as they begin to wander pretty aimlessly between the North Ward, the Sea Ward, and probably down towards the Trade Wards.
Walking west for 2 blocks, you make it to the main road. Just the main thoroughfare. It's the widest area. Literally 3 lanes in each direction, moving wagons and so on. It is like watching something out of a magical movie. As you're moving along, the occasional and a wizard shows up and just fixes his hat real quick and then begins making his way through the city. You see birds flipping through here and there and occasionally dropping messages to people. You see young delivery people and broadsheet folks moving back and forth. You do see the city watch apparently stopping various folks and saying, nope, can move along. Anyway. And you begin to people watch. Roll perception checks. What do you see?
Something, probably. Ooh, look at you go.
10 and 16. 1 second.
Oh, he's pulling a book. Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, gotta find the right one, though. There's gotta be a good one here for it. No,
Take your time.
No.
No rush.
He's
Yeah,
looking
no,
for the
no.
book of extremely friendly encounters.
No, that's exactly it. It's the extremely friendly encounters. That's the toughest part, is finding those extremely friendly ones.
Book of Extra Free Riches. I'm also a big fan of that one.
Well, you never know. Let's see. Here we go. As you guys are continuing down where those City Watch are checking people, you see bystanders are watching glumly and solemnly as down the alleyway, several members of the City Watch are removing a dead body from the alley, and they're loading it into a cart.
Oh, looks like someone got murdered.
They better be arrested for that.
Who?
I'm just saying, if someone got murdered, whoever got them murdered should be arrested. It's only fair.
Is this because they killed Zimmerine in prison?
No, I'm just saying that we got arrested a few different times for murdering someone. I don't want it to just be us that gets arrested for murdering.
I see. Yeah, logical. I understand.
As you look up to check the weather, it is getting grayer and grayer, but you do see flying above is the various different Griffin cavalry that the city has at its disposal.
Normally see the Griffins out.
You do. Yeah.
That thing's huge. It's big.
Well, it looks like it's going to snow, or at least threaten to snow, and then be very, very cold rain.
That all sounds awful. I won't lie. This doesn't seem nice enough of a place to bring Garlo back.
Well, I don't think the middle of the street would be an appropriate place to do it either, so no.
And someone just died here, so that's like extra bad.
Right. Yes, no. Wouldn't want to get the two deaths intermingled. That would be bad.
Oh my
As you
gosh.
continue to walk, you overhear 4 merchants who pass by you on the sidewalk grumbling about how this diplomatic event is going to affect people's travels to and from their various trade routes to the south that pass by the Waterdeep forest. And that's all you get before they continue walking along.
Man, this diplomatic run sure seems to be causing a bit of a ruckus.
I wasn't aware that the Waterdeep were doing anything more than making a request. Surprising.
Okay, hypothetically, if I wanted to go say hi or whatever, how? I'm no one. I just go, oh hey guys, what's up? I have pointed ears too.
Well, you are originally from Waterdeep. You would be able to prove that somehow, right?
I don't know. I don't have papers.
Well, I mean, papers are a bit much. Some sort of heirloom, maybe?
No, that's not from them. I don't know. Not really. We didn't really keep anything from them. They gave us over. We went over. I was little. Gosh, oh my gosh, what if I lost an heirloom? Rafe, what if I lost the heirloom that would have connected me to the family?
That would be awkward, but not the worst thing ever, no.
They might have it, but he's kind of far away right now. Okay,
Right,
I thought.
far away. Yes, that is a thing that is true. I mean, the worst that can happen is they can say nobody recognizes you, which is fine. Then you would know for sure.
Oh God, that might be worse, Rafe.
Well, I mean, in the near term maybe, but in the long term it could be liberating. You don't know.
Just as a look of existential peril, dread on her face, of realizing, oh, there's a worse option than them recognizing me. We're just gonna have a little bit of quiet time as we start to walk again.
Okay. All right. You see a large, heavy, iron-bound wagon, and when I say wagon, it's more like a coach, but it's like a wagon too. This is an interesting combination. Square, boxy, very overbuilt, designed to transport both people and goods. It pulls to a stop. It has heraldry that you don't quite recognize, but looks awfully blocky and dwarven in nature. Out steps 2 guards from the side door, and then another dwarf who then promptly says, "This is the place!" The guards say, "Yes, sir," and then they step right into what appears to be a tavern. And the doors are closed behind him in the wagon, and you keep walking. And 3 street urchins, not the same ones that Turja had, are going by, and they're chasing what looks to be a few rabbits that have managed to get out. Get him! We gotta get him back in the hutch.
Okay, but we could probably help with that one.
What do you think they're chasing?
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Rabbits.
I could talk to those.
Sure, I guess you can try.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna help them. Join the kids in chasing rabbits.
Okay. The rabbits are skedaddling through various different corners, and then they stop long enough, they breathe for a moment. And just as the kids get going, it's like they were made for running and hiding in the snow. Hard to see sometimes, quick on the move. A couple times you lose them, and then it hops away the other direction, and you're like, on it again. And are you yelling to these animals in a language they understand?
Oh yeah, I'll go ahead and speak with animal.
Okay.
Hey, like, slow down! Hey, we're just free! I'm free!
Nope, not gonna catch me!
What a fun merry chase.
I'm free! Woohoo!
I take it reasoning with them didn't work.
No, they're
Got
like
him!
really fast.
Got him!
Good for you guys.
I got the other one! Mom's gonna be so mad. Yeah, but we got him! Yeah, but you didn't say, you didn't tell Mom you were gonna try to take him for a walk. Who takes rabbits for a walk? Well, don't tell Mom. And phew, they're gone. Free!
Honestly, good for them. They earned it.
You find yourselves now standing at the precipice of the border between the North Ward, the Sea Ward, and the Castle Ward all at once.
Well, I'm not sure, but maybe we should consider the City of the Dead.
That sounds like an awful place to bring a friend back, but yeah, I guess.
It's open during the day. It is closed at night.
Yeah, we'll probably make our way out to the City of the Dead and see what it looks like in the daytime.
Okay, so heading over further east to the City of the Dead
Mm.
is a relatively easy thing to do. Even in the snowy areas, the City of the Dead is very well kept. And whereas it is not as green as it normally is, it is still very well kept. The snow has been already swept clear of all the sidewalks by the sweepers guilds, and the area does have occasionally some fresh areas. And a wagon did pull in recently with mourners behind it in the northern section to drop someone off. And there's, by drop off, I mean like permanently. And you can hear them singing a small song of mourning and crying in the distance. That is the north. You are going to the central part where it is quite roomy, and there are a few people wandering around.
There are probably a bunch of priests in the area, but any that are wearing holy symbols of Jurgle or Kelemvor or
There are a
I
few
guess-
from Kelemvor. Jurgle, you haven't spotted yet, if they are there.
Right, yeah, they're kind of rare. If I can get the attention of one, wave them down.
Yes, sir.
This is gonna be a weird question, but we're looking to resurrect a friend of ours, and before you get started, we have everything we need, we think, except a place where it would be appropriate to do this.
Well, do you have the priest selected to do this that actually has the ability?
Oh, I'll be doing it. The issue is that while I can bring them back from the dead, in this case I have to use a scroll because their body was lost some time ago.
It can be done anywhere. Preferably something that has a connection to the person, but it's not a requirement.
The connection. Well, I can think of a few places. I'm not sure how keen they would be to have a person resurrected in the middle of them, but I guess it's somewhere to start. I appreciate your assistance.
You should probably consider talking to old Samuel.
Who's
Old
that?
Samuel?
He is a cleric of Kelemvor.
Oh, is he in the City of the Dead?
No, not right now. But he is very seasoned, wizened old man.
Not to be rude, but where can I find him when he's not here?
He has a room across the street from the main gate.
And if I ask for Old Samuel, the keeper will know who I'm asking for?
It'll be the only house that could possibly have a room for rent.
Okay. All right, thank you. You've been most helpful.
Turja, you make your way further and further up north, and you get into the seaward proper, and after a few twists and turns, and some people looking very confused at you, but getting the hell out of your way, you do manage to find yourself standing in front of the front gate of the estate of the Rosenar residence, where two guards stand within the other side of the gate, at the gatehouse.
I walk up and I say to the guards, I'm here to see Lady Esfel.
They look at you. And you are?
Lady Pona, we met in Tribal.
Pona.
Yes. Just
Pona.
tell Esfel what I said, she'll know what I mean. I look at them sort of like this entire exchange is beneath me to even be speaking to them, but
They're
I'd be
very
forced to do with them
confused.
anyway.
Why you used her first name.
Why? We're friends. Isn't that what friends do?
Not in front of the commoners.
Mm-mm.
Or the help.
Gotcha.
That being said, they kind of give a nod. One of them walks up to the main door. He then comes back out. Which You're here to see the younger
Yes.
Lady Rosna.
Most definitely.
Well, please follow me. And he walks you past the front gate, closes the gate behind you, and walks you right in to the front steps. The other guard is looking confused, like where your entourage or your carriage would be. You are walked up the stairs, where 4 other guards are standing. And they're looking you over like, do you have your signet?
I take out my real signet. Actually, yeah, no, I take out my real signet and I give it to them.
You look at it, hand it right back to you. Lady Pono, my apologies. It's just you didn't arrive with a carriage or any of your servants. Something very unusual.
Sometimes it's refreshing to get away from the crush, don't you find?
I find it a very big pain in my butt every time Lady Rosnar does that same thing.
I can understand that.
Yes, but you two were kids once. I was there. Anyway, it's good to have you. She will be meeting you in the tea room to the south. I presume you know where you're going, and you do know this house.
I say, lovely, thank you so much, and I hand him a couple of coppers.
Thanks. Puts it in his pocket. And you make your way to the south tea room on the first floor. It is a large room. 2 hearths burning to keep it warm, with magical flames, of course.
Of course.
2 warm yellow drift globes glowing above light the room. There's a billiards area, and of course a sitting area with tea. You see your friend with the tea and the crumpets at the table, but not there. She is leaned over the table, lining up the next shot.
Still the
Looks confused
despair of
at
your
you for a
finishing
moment.
school teachers, I see.
They hated when I did this. So, why are you here? Not that I'm complaining. I did want you to come, but you actually came.
Did you not expect me to?
No.
Why?
I have no idea where you have been or what you've been doing since we sat on the rooftop. And that was the first I'd seen you in years.
In 3 years of being estranged from everyone, Esfel, you're the only person who's reached out at all.
Let us find mischief then. What brought you back to town?
Needed to come back. We had some things we had to deliver. I've been running errands for the Temple of Ogma, actually, since everything happened.
Really?
Well, I don't know if you remember my old teacher, Sahir. I might have mentioned him to you once or twice.
Mm-hmm.
Well...
He tutored you?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's missing.
I'm sorry to hear this. I'm assuming that's a loss to you?
Hopefully not a permanent one. I've been looking for him, me and the others that were with me that day that you met me. Although at that time I didn't know. It's a long story, but the short version is that's what I'm doing now, trying to find him.
You cared for your tutor. Oh, that's so kind.
Well, he's the only other person besides you who's spoken to me. After everything happened, he actually found me. He was the one who helped me stay afloat, I suppose you could say. You know my father. I tried to find employment, but basically anything I could do, I couldn't do them for the people who would need it. He made it. He talked to a lot of his contacts. Nobody wanted to hire me.
Well, there's other ways to make money. You've certainly found a way.
Well, Thanks
I
to
mean-
him, he found a way for me. That's part of why I have to find him.
Okay. What can I do to help?
I'm not entirely sure yet. What would you be able to do to help?
I have no idea. I don't track people down.
Well, do you
Not
rob
usually.
vaults?
Say again?
Do you rob vaults?
No. Certainly not.
Hmm.
Well, that could be arranged. What have you got? I love excitement.
Oh. Do you know anyone, any of the families who especially deserve to be knocked up head over heels?
Oh, there's a few.
Hmm.
The Castellanters probably deserve it the most.
Oh yes, what happened?
Well, they're bankers and they just take everyone's money.
Oh, so nothing specific, just in a general sort of way.
No, they're absolute assholes. No one's seen one of their sons forever and a day. But... Well, you know him. I can't remember his name. What was his name? Well, he just disappeared one day. No one knows what happened.
What?
Castellanters think he went off to school somewhere and went off to find his own way, but they refuse to say any more.
Remind me what his full name was?
I wish I could remember.
Hmm.
He went to school with us. Oh. It'll come to me. I'll remember and get back to you.
All right.
Please have some tea.
I take a cup and then I say, I don't suppose you want a second for that game?
Oh, please, play me.
Hmm.
Let's see how you do. She lines up the billiards, sets them up, hands you a stick, and you begin to play a game. She's playing for keeps.
Okay.
She's very competitive.
All right.
So, I'm assuming you don't have proficiency in billiards.
No.
So
I never said I was going to win the game.
I will let you choose an athletics check or an acrobatics check.
Oh, please, an acrobatics check.
Okay.
Oh, now I get a wonderful roll.
The game is neck and neck.
Hmm.
It's a tough game. It's anybody's guess who's going to win the game. And the next shot counts. If you make it, you win. If you don't make it, she might win.
Okay.
It's one ball left. She stops you just before you go and she goes, "Care to put a wager on it?"
What did you have in mind?
I'll wager you won't rob a vault.
Yes, well, that's ridiculous. I was kidding about the vaults.
If I win, you have to take me with you if you rob a vault. If you win, well, you can make the choice.
You're serious, aren't you? I knew you were
See-
acting out.
We'll see how serious you are when you take this shot.
I look at her for a second and I say, no, you have to be kidding. But whatever. And I take the shot.
Wait.
Another acrobatics check.
Sure.
Ooh, 19.
Doesn't make it. Now she goes. Oh, missed that shot. You better hope I don't make this one. "22. She makes it. Well,
I laugh and say, now, honestly, so what did you really want? Tell me.
noble's honor.
No kidding.
You have to take me to rob a vault. If you do so.
What if I don't?
You've been around too long. You have no money. You have no means. You're not a noble anymore. How else are you going to make a big score and make your mark?
Esfel, I know that you've pulled some things that your family wouldn't approve of in the past, but really, this is... Are you serious?
Only if they're bad people, of course.
That's not what I meant. I'm worried about you. What if your family finds out that you've done something like this?
My family was going to find out something. They would have done it a long time ago. I come and go when I wish. There's not a damn thing they can do about it. Despite them trying.
All right. Fine.
Deal. She extends her hand.
I shake on it.
It's a firm shake she gives you.
Noble's honor.
Your hands are so rough.
Funny. Everyone else says they're so soft.
Well, what else can we talk about? And she sits down with you for tea and begins to shoot the shit. At that point, we get back to Rafe and Sim. Standing on the street corner. It's a lovely day. The sun is coming down, only to be swept away finally by the winds and the snow starting to fall once more. And then the snow gets heavier and heavier.
Well, this looks like the only house with rooms to rent.
Name was Old Samuel. We got this.
Yes. And I'll walk up and knock on the door.
And then the door opens. Yeah, I said I'd get there. Hi. It's an old woman.
Hello, madam. We're looking
I'm
for...
sorry, all my rooms are rented.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. But we're looking for Old Samuel.
Oh, old Samuel. Yes, he's right in the antechamber. Come on in. And she brings you in. Samuel, guest looking for you. You see a quiet old man, hair thinning at the top, white as can be, and a long beard, white as can be. You can see at one time this man was quite, what's the word? Robust. His clothes fit just a little looser than they did in his prime. But he's wearing rough working clothes with a tabard over it that has the markings of Kellamthor. He sits leaned over, a belt at his side, and he's sipping a warm cup of something. What brings you here?
Greetings, senior brother. One of your junior brothers recommended we come speak with you regarding a matter of resurrection.
Resurrection? That's no slim matter.
No, I should think not.
So you have the body?
Well, we have the means. The issue is that we don't have the place.
You can be doing it in any place, as long, a place that's dear to the person's the best, but, do you wish a holy site?
I'm not sure. To be perfectly clear, this is the first time I've ever tried something like this.
You're gonna do it.
Yes.
If anyone
Very
can,
well.
it's him.
Yeah, well, I'm not one to judge. I've seen a miracle or two in my life. You want some peanuts? He slides over a bowl of peanuts.
Thank you. Yes.
Roasted them myself. Helps keep me busy.
So, let's assume that for whatever reason, the place that was dear to him is not going to be an appropriate place to resurrect him. You said a holy site would be good.
Holy site can work, provided it's the right kind of holy site. What faith was your friend?
Well, he didn't seem to be much for speaking about his faith. Nor was he particularly fond of any gods that I recall.
Interesting. You have things he treasured.
Yes, we have several items that he very much valued.
Just the two of you?
No, our friend is otherwise occupied, but will probably be joining us.
So 3 of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's good. 3's almost the minimum. 5 is best, but
We could bring Terry.
the thing about the resurrection is it's not just a thing. You have to call the soul back to the material plane. You have to do so in a way that the soul feels like it should want to be there. There are only a few motivations in this world that make someone come back from the dead. Love, hate, and loyalty are the biggest 3. I very rarely see it work for anything else. What do you think is your friend's motivation?
Well, he was never a very hateful man. Can't really speak to whether he was a loving man, but he was a loyal man.
You say that without question. I can see the conviction in your face. Well, in that case, do your best. I'm assuming since you don't have a body, you have a lot of money.
In a manner of speaking.
He looks around. It's best you keep that to yourself. You go
Yes.
walking around saying you want to do a true resurrection. Well,
Oh, well, no, I never said that, and it would take an expert to know.
every fake priest in this side of Faerun come knocking at your door.
That's actually not a bad racket. Maybe after this, we could participate in that.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Nothing.
Ignore her. She's going through some family issues.
Well, people do that when they're trying to bring a dead friend back. I understand completely. Your sorrow must be intense.
Unlike anything I've ever experienced before.
Cocks his head and looks at you for a brief moment. You look like you could use a stiff drink.
You got one stiff enough?
He pulls out his satchels. Don't tell him. This is actually what I've been putting in my mestique and bean juice. He pours another cup just for you. One for you, sir?
No, I think I'll remain sober until we finish the task.
Well, sobriety has nothing about wanting to speak to your god, but okay. Or maybe it does. I don't judge. Hey, sometimes it's good to be holy, but more importantly, it's good to be well fed so that you can love others around you. Cheers. Takes a long swig. I am very lucky that in my 90 years of doing this, that I have been able to be present at 3 such occasions of a resurrection, only one of which was a true resurrection. of those, there were 5 others that failed.
Yeah, everything I've been able to find says that it's difficult at best.
Very. I would recommend you find a quiet place that won't interrupt the sequence of whatever it is you're planning on doing. Because if it gets interrupted, it's over.
I see.
One other thing. You only get one shot at this. If you fail, it will not come back.
That was the only thing that was really clear.
All right. I would be honored to attend such a ceremony, if for no other reason than to stand watch to prevent anything from interrupting.
Oh,
If
Sam.
you'll allow these old bones to stand watch.
That's so kind of you. I think, yes. Yes, you should do that.
It would definitely be an honor to have a man of your wisdom and stature.
That too.
Outstanding. I'll bring another bottle for the missus, and I'll
Bring
put
one
on
for
my
the
best
gentleman
armor
too.
investments. I should
Bring
be
one for the
ready to
gentleman
stand.
too. He'll be thirsty, I'm sure.
Who?
Oh God.
Who?
The one we're gonna bring back.
Outstanding, even better. I like this. When and where?
Let's see. Do you think we should try it tonight? And I'm looking at Semarine.
We need to gather a few more things first.
Okay.
We should probably see what Terja's feeling up to, because we'll need her.
Mm-hmm.
Can we send a messenger for you when we're ready?
Absolutely. Just remind me I'm due to guard a resurrection.
We certainly will. I imagine that the messenger will either be a gentleman named Terry or a gentleman who goes by the moniker of Gherkin. I do not know why he goes by that name.
What's his name, Rafe?
I will be expecting them. On your way, you two. I can tell you two are a pair.
Thank you, Samuel, and we'll be seeing you soon, hopefully.
All right, best of luck. Terja, you end your conversation with Estelle. You walk out. You noble up in front of the help once more. At least let me get you a carriage.
Certainly, that'd be lovely.
Outstanding. Perfect. Carriage is called. Please make sure that she gets back to. Where are you heading?
The North Ward.
Where? North Ward.
Western Mercantile Diversified.
Oh, you're doing business with them.
In a manner of speaking.
Take her to West Mercantile Diversified. You'll know it. It's right next to that place, the Happy Act Speak. It's really happening sometimes. And in you go. On your way back, you make it about halfway. And then your entire world envelops in flames as you hear a sounding crack. And the entirety of your carriage is engulfed as a fireball of unbelievable proportions engulfs it. And when we come back next week, we find out what happens.
Great. Thanks, Freed.
You took the carriage. On Whiskey, Magic, and Destruction, when we come back next time We'll see you then. Take care, everybody.